So last time we talked about Nikke, I was talking about how we were getting the collab in freaking, what's it called? In Stellar Blade. How you doing, Wally? I'm sick. Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry to hear. But I actually didn't cover much of the rest. I did talk about it on stream a little bit, but I didn't really do a video on it or anything. And I didn't like go over it. So let's go over it right now. Because we have basically received, they dropped a new developer's note. There's been a lot of drama with Nikke because the Chinese version came out very recently. Called, they even have a different name. It's called like Goddess of Victory, A New Hope, rather than Nikke. And basically, there's been a lot of drama because it was released with a lot of quality of life. Like the molds never give you, it only gives you SSR, it never gives you SR. There's like an automatic progress in the tower. A lot of stuff like that. Faster loading time. So it actually got a bunch of quality of life that we don't have on global servers. Of course, there's been a lot of censorship as well. Like some of the Nikkes are not even in the game anymore because some of them are terrorists and we can't have that in China server. A lot of Nikkes had their outfits censored. Like if we do, let's see, Nikke, CN, censorship. Let's see if we can find like a... yeah, there it is. So like to give you an idea here, of course, like a lot of things are getting changed. The booba size are getting lowered. We can see here there's like something that comes on top for our clothes here to hide like the breast shape. In general, like dress are getting longer, booba getting smaller. Like here she's getting pants rather than shorts. Boob size is being lowered. A lot of the animations are being changed, boob size being lowered. And that's only a few of them. There is way, way, way more. As you can see here, like Rappy is getting a skirt, a proper skirt. I will say I'd never really liked Rappy's base skirt, so I don't really care about this one. I think this is good. And here, obviously, lots and lots and lots of censorship. I mean, I think in the end, between China not being able to have the game and the game being censored, I think it's preferable for them to have the game censored and at least have access to it. Now, this is not coming live at all. This is only for the CN game because the CN game is completely separated from our version, right? Obviously, the flamboyant Mustang is just becoming a pimp in CN server, which I don't know if it's better, but it's certainly different. I will say, I think his drip is fantastic on the CN server, like straight up. It looks so good. Like if I had to pick between like choosing which one, maybe I will switch it up every now and then. But yeah, lots of censorship, but most importantly, the aspect that's bad is that the CN server are getting a lot of quality of life that we are not getting. And that's obviously a problem, and people have been like super upset. Now, there was a developer's note from Nikke, and they kind of addressed the issue by not really addressing the issue. They're just saying deal with it. So we're gonna read everything, and we'll see exactly what they say about it. So first of all, developer's note is not only about that, it's just about the direction of the game in general. So we are gonna have a look. I'm gonna open up like all the pages here so we can zoom properly. That's page 5, that's page 6, and then we got page 8. That's before 7 for some goddamn reason. All right, so first of all, developer's note. All right, let's see. Hello, Commander. This is Hyung-suk Yo. I'm sorry if I butchered the Korean names. Director of Goddess of Victory Nikke. The weather has been warming up lately, and some days already feel like summer. Around this time last year, we were focused on preparing updates and improvements, and I've been reflecting on that recently. Today, I would like to share a few thoughts with you, including some more difficult topics I don't often talk about. Okay, loading and storage optimization plan. So, of course, loading time has been a big issue with Nikke, and hopefully, this is already implemented on the CN server. Let's see what they have to say regarding the global server. Hey Virtuoso, hope you're doing great. The stupid kind of sick to the kind where like I know I'm sick but I'm okay outside of a little stuffy and head feels weird. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, let's see. Over the past 2.5 years, the service of Ghost of Victory Nikke team has done everything we can to keep bringing fresh and exciting content to our commanders. From brand new events and visual effects to mini-games, music tracks, and new bosses. We've prioritized variety over reruns to keep the experience engaging. However, the constant addition of new resources has started to put a strain on both storage space and loading times. In any live service game, technical optimization is a never-ending process happening behind the scenes. Our team has been constantly working to improve performance. That said, we've been cautious about openly discussing these efforts, as optimization results can vary widely depending on the device. With a huge range of mobile hardware out there, it's hard to promise the same improvement across the board or explain them in a one-size-fits-all way. That said, in recent builds, the scope of these optimization efforts has grown so large that we feel it's time to speak directly about what we're doing. We apologize for the delay in communicating this, and we wanted to have a more solid, actionable plan in place before making any announcements. Here's what we're currently working on. We're aiming to fix the long black screen that appears when launching the game by June. Based on testing, we expect to shorten load time by at least 27 seconds on both mobile and PC, and up to 141 seconds or more. Yeah, you might think, wait, they're gonna reduce it by 141 seconds? Yes, because for some people, the load screen is like 5 freaking minutes. Okay, this is great. Yeah, lower the load time. Pog. For the asset download delay, stage 5 and 7, the first improvement was rolled out in May and already reduced load time by 3 to 6 seconds. A second round of improvements is targeted for November. For the delay when entering the lobby, stage 2 out of 2, we're working to resolve this by mid-July to some extent. In terms of storage size, we're actively working to cut the total game size in half without sacrificing visual quality. Long term, we're planning a structural overhaul that uses segmented resource management to prevent massive file increases with future updates. To all our commanders who've experienced these issues, we sincerely apologize. We're fully committed to delivering tangible results you can feel in-game. Most importantly, we're enhancing our internal development process and bringing on additional team members focused solely on optimization to ensure ongoing improvements. Thank you for sticking with us. We're doing everything we can to give you a smoother, more stable gameplay experience. I feel like one of the things they could do, for example, is like the thing that Hoyoverse does for like some of the games, where they add the option to download or dump like the resources that you have on your game for certain of the quests that you've already done. So let's say you've already done like the 21st chapter of the campaign and you don't want to go back to it or you don't care for it right now, you can just go in the option and choose to just like delete the files. And if you want to go back and you want to enter like say chapter 15, they're going to be like, you don't have the resources for it, do you want to download them now? And then you say yes or no, right? I think this could be an option. I don't know if it's feasible or anything, but that could be a way to maybe deal with the bloat of file size, right? Alright, notice on gameplay content, Union Raid hard mode convenience improvements. As mentioned in the March developers note, we'll be making improvement to Union Raid's hard mode. Previously, bosses were unlocked one at a time, which meant player had to wait to challenge the ones they wanted. Starting with the new Union Raid season May 30th, all bosses will now be unlocked at the same time. This change will let you play in any order you like, and we hope it makes the experience more convenient and enjoyable for all commanders. So Union Raid is like the guild raids, where basically everyone from the guild has like 3 tries a day to fight the bosses, right? And they're like they used to be unlocked in order. Now you can just choose which one you want to fight, which means that like it doesn't have to become like a problem where like the entire guild has to decide who's gonna fight whom. So now you can just fight whichever boss you want and call it a day. So this is great. Alright, Coordinated Operation Content Improvement, aka Coordinated Operation 2.0. So this is the co-op mode. We're excited to share updates on the upcoming Coordinated Operation 2.0, which will feature with 2 distinct modes to better suit different playstyle. Okay. First, in normal mode, designed for commanders who prefer a more casual, fast-paced experience, this mode will include auto battle. Thank God! Thank God! Finally! And once damage reaches stage 9, the boss will automatically trigger its instant death pattern. No cancelling mechanic required. We'll just make coordinated operation more convenient and easy to enjoy for those looking to clear content quickly. Yes, so basically the problem with co-op mode is that basically you have to do co-op mode and try to get the highest score, right? But the thing is like, a lot of people don't care and they just want the bare minimum rewards, right? They do the bare minimum to get the base rewards. And the issue is that when you queue with random people, well, you're not guaranteed to get all the people that have the same mind, like set of mind that you do for the content. So if you get with people that don't care and just want the minimum reward, then you're never gonna be getting the high score, which means that you are not put on the ladder. So now you'll be able to pick between normal mode, where everybody's just here to get like the base reward. Auto battle is activated. You reach stage 9. It's automatically like finished right there, right then, and you get your reward. You can call it a day, right? But now, if you want, you can pick challenge mode, which is aimed for commanders who want a more competitive and skill-based experience. In this mode, auto battle will be disabled, and the boss intent death pattern will only trigger if players fail to cancel it. Gameplay will feel similar to the original coordinate operation, but with a few new features to raise the stake. One key addition is an inactivity removal system. Players will remain idle for a set period will be automatically removed from battle. We hope this feature clearly distinguishes between normal and challenge modes, allowing players with similar playstyles to enjoy coordinated operation together even more. I think this is fantastic. We're also adding a report feature in challenge mode. If players act in ways that go against the mode's intended design and receive multiple reports, they'll be temporarily restricted from accessing the mode until certain conditions are met. Great. By clearly distinguishing between normal and challenge modes, we hope to reduce the stress associated with matchmaking and gameplay in coordinated operation. Okay. We're also revamping the coordinated operation reward system. Currently, the items available in the recycling shop haven't been enough for motivation to keep players engaged. Fair. To improve this, we'll be adding new gear-related items and upgrade credits as rewards. These will be available through a new currency that can be earned from coordinated operation rankings. Don't worry, broken cores, the current currency will still be used to preserve your existing experience. Awesome. Best of all, this new currency won't be limited to specific rankings. It can be obtained across all rankings, providing more opportunities to enhance your equipment. That's great. I'll leave all the bottoms. Hi, how you doing? Okay. Originally scheduled for releasing in Q3, Coordinate Operation 2.0 is ahead of schedule and will now be launching in June. Oh, damn! Based! Alright. Ain't no way! Is that the first time something has been released ahead of schedule rather than being delayed? That's crazy. It has never happened before. Alright, developers note, introducing the surface content. Okay, this is incredibly hype. I'm locking in. Hi Frida, how are you doing? We would like to give you a brief introduction to the upcoming surface content. Unlike existing Battlefield, the new surface content introduces a 3D world built on hexagonal tiles. While squad formation and movement will feel familiar to what you've seen in campaign missions, movement here happens tile by tile, with various exploration elements scattered throughout the map. Some things you can see in the preview image shared in developer's note. Yeah, look at that! Oh, this is great! So you literally just get like a world map when you can see like monsters around, and you just like move tile by tile, and like, that's hype. I think like behind this one, there's like a something on the square. I assume this is a treasure chest. That's pretty cool. Okay. Like, these nodes seem interesting, so maybe there's like some nodes that give you resources and stuff. Since content like Solar Raid already delivers a high-intensity combat experience, battles on the surface will be fully simulation-based, designed to reduce stress. Our goal is to give players a fresh way to enjoy with their Nikkes through smart squad setups and strategic deployments rather than pure combat difficulty. In addition, battles against load class and boss fractures will include area gimmicks, which add light tactical challenges to rely on simple controls and team-based strategies. Load class fractures will be available when the surface content launches, and boss fractures will be added in later updates. Oh, this is great! Do we have more information about it? Yes, we do! We also plan to use this new field to host small-scale events and mini updates, so there is even more to look forward to because this content is on a larger scale. We'll be keeping the story elements more simplified to allow more smoother, more flexible updates. Yo, this looks so fun! Like, this seems like a whole base, but maybe you can, like, there's a thing in the middle that maybe you need to protect. You can see there's like various Nikke squad, like up here, and they seem to be like automatically fighting to try to prevent the raptors from attacking. This here seems to be like a big boss that you have to fight with multiple squad of Nikkes. Yo, this looks absolutely adorable. Okay, I like this. Right now, we're in the final stages of preparing the load class rapture battles. However, after further internal testing, we've decided to take a bit more time to improve the tactical experience. We apologize for the delay, but we're committed to delivering surface content that meets your expectation in both quality and gameplay. Okay, I'm actually super excited for this. Okay. Notice an improvement of convenience. Direction for improving daily playtime. Also, they're gonna increase that even more. Like, there was a patch not too long ago where they made it easier to get all of your daily stuff done. But it seems that they're gonna be making this even better, maybe. We'd like to share an update regarding upcoming improvement in convenience. Although we simplified daily missions back in January, we still see room to improve overall daily playtime with more content on the way. We understand that playtime could increase, and our goal is to keep daily gameplay manageable and enjoyable even as the game grows. We've been actively discussing different solutions, and while nothing is final yet, we want to give you a sense of the direction we're heading. Once plans are finalized, we'll follow up with specific details and timelines as soon as possible. Okay? Addition of bulk purchase function in the shop. We're adding a new feature that will let players purchase multiple items at once instead of having to buy them one by one. Think of it like a shopping cart system. This is aimed at reducing the hassle of tapping and buying each item individually in events or content shops. Yo, fair enough. The feature is scheduled to roll out in June, and we hope it makes your shopping experience much more convenient. Yeah, some little quality of life. Ah, there it is! There it is. Thanks, Kate, you too. Regarding the launch of Chinese version. Lastly, we'd like to share an important update with care. On May 22nd, Goddess of Victory Nikke officially launched in China. Due to the significant differences compared to the global version at launch, the Chinese version will run on a separate build with its own policies. The 2.5 years of gaps in separate builds mean that on the one hand, there might possibly be story spoilers, but on the other hand, it also allows us to incorporate some unique and complementary elements. I understand that some people may question why since the new costume and convenience features are only launching in China, and we completely understand those feelings. But we believe that the two versions, China and global, will grow in their own direction under different conditions and circumstances, and that one day their differences will enrich one another. For now, we hope you understand we're in the middle of this improvement process. Basically, we get that you're worried, it is what it is. Since we're in different environments, differences in this update are inevitable. However, we'll share feedback and direction as we go so that our path can ultimately lead to a better future for each version. Starting with loading improvement, we're working on a number of global releases and improvements that we'll be announcing in future developers note. Yeah, so unfortunately, they're not even saying those quality of life will be implemented later. They just say it's going different direction. It is what it is. Which is not, it's not reassuring to say the least. The grass is giant. Ooh, gotta trim it. Alright. Remain committed to supporting the global version with our full effort and will continue working to strengthen both versions together. We kindly ask for your support for the Chinese version so that the world of Nikke can allow more commenters to be connected together and receive more love. Alright, closing remark. To be honest, preparing this developer's note has been a time of deep reflection. With the official launch of the Chinese version, I've been thinking a lot about how two different builds can still share the same world. I also reflected on ongoing challenges like loading time and storage to the introducing of a new surface content and how we weren't able to deliver it on our originally planned date. Looking back, each of these matters has weighed heavily on me as a developer. No matter how exciting the new content is or how many improvements we introduce, we know that first and foremost there are people who have been waiting. That is what stays with us most. It is why delays feel more painful and why we are so committed to repaying your patience with meaningful results. The same mindset applies to the collaboration project we have been working hard on. The Goddess of Victory Nikke and Stellar Blade collaboration began with a lot of pressure and concern. Even though the two titles share a similar tone and come from the same studio, Shift Up, we were careful not to move too quickly. Worried that if they did not blend naturally, it could diminish the character of both games. Still, we kept working together. Over time, we discovered they shared a similar emotional core, and we found a genuine connection between them. It was not impossible after all. We truly believe that after all this preparation, commanders will love what we have created. What began as a project full of uncertainty has become something we are genuinely proud of. This is not just about the Celebrate collaboration. We know we are not perfect, sometimes we fall behind, but we never stop moving forward when we are with you. To honor that trust, even today, the development team continues to write the story of Nikke one line at a time. We'll keep doing everything we can to make sure this story lives not just in your memories, but also in your hearts. Thank you for always being with us. Goddess of Victory Nikke director, Yo Hyung Seok. There it is. I, for one, am 100% perfect, you'll say. So, man, this is kind of crazy because if you think about it, I think this dev note is actually super good. Super exciting, bunch of quality of life. We're getting some new content. We're getting the surface stuff, which is going to be awesome. This is all coming very, very soon. But unfortunately, I think everything has been mired by the fact that so much of the quality of life content added to the Chinese server is just not coming here. And this is just unfortunate. And I've seen some polls on YouTube, but like, will you still play the game even though Chinese server gets way more quality of life? And like 80% said no. That is crazy. So I'm still gonna play the game. Yes, it sucks. I still like the game though. I hope they will do it right, and I hope they will bring this quality of life to the global server eventually. But yeah, this is kind of unfortunate. This is kind of unfortunate.